This is for the flow state people.
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Yeah, yo, flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state is awesome.
Flow.
You love flow state.
I really do love flow state.
Flow state.
I'm on flow broadcast.
Guy flow states.
All right, flow state.
Flow state.
I owed flow state one.
Flow state.
Flow states.
Flow
Oh.
state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Mr. Flow state.
Mr. Flow State.
What's up, flow state?
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow states.
Hit the panel, flow.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Mr. Flow State.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
His name Flow State.
Flow state.
I do like flow.
I do like flow too.
Flow state.
Ban flow state and the backup.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state is just playing games.
That's flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state. Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state is so great.
Flow state.
Flow state.
And you need to go to flow state.
Welcome to flow state.
Flow state.
Yo.
Flow state over here.
Flow state.
You'd fuck flow state.
Flow state. Flow state.
Flow state gets all the girls. Shout out. Flow.
Flow state.
Flow state.
You see flow state on my show?
No. I mean, like, I don't even have to hate on slow.
Flow state.
Flow states.
Hey, flow state.
What up, flow state?
Flow state.
Flow state.
Flow state's the expert.
Flow State. All right.
There's flow state. He's cool.
Well, there's flow state right there.
Flow state.
Flow state is on the up and up.
Flow state in the house.
Hey, yo, Flow State, man. Salute.
I hate Flow State, and I'll even say his name once for his sake because I know he loves to hear it come out in his mouth. That's why he's got so many of my clips that he plays of me saying his name. He loves it. He faps to it. He fucks his wife to it. He says, "Hold up, honey, I'm about to come. Let me play some of these Tom clips saying my name."
Look at what you're creating, Flow.
Go support Flow State.
Flow state. Fuck you.
Yeah, leave it
Fuck
there.
you.
Our poll. Show us your genitals.
Flow state. Fuck you.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to a lazy stream. I was about to watch. All right, so today I went on Jack's and I didn't see anything except for just the very last bit that I was present for. But for whatever reason, my intuition is telling me that this is an eventful stream. And I was going back to watch it just now, and I figured, you know what, maybe I'll just watch it live. Y'all can watch it with me if you are so inclined. But something about Jack's pouty attitude, the amount of people that were around, the fact that it was only 1 hour. There's a lot of red flags, maybe not red flags, a lot of clues. What's up, Builder Lee? Logical Spark. Chuck, what's going on? So let me share a screen and we'll just check this out real quick. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a nothing burger. If I can figure out which tab I'm on. All right, there we go. Choosing to listen. All right, I've queued it up to before anybody comes in because everybody knows that Jack just sort of does his usual drivel at the beginning and end.
Has been unique for me from the past. You are persistent, my friend.
That snafu guy was right. You're an angry man every time I turn on your show. Why are you so
Who the
angry
fuck
with
is
these
this?
people? That snafu guy is such a nice young man and you're such a dick.
Your opinion is not alone. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Don't be mean to me. I'm a woman. I will use my
Is this
woman card
Snafu
on
or
you.
something?
Jack
Snafu, yeah.
Talcott.
Yes. Hey, this is a brilliant
What's up,
point.
Cynthia?
Right?
What's up,
It's
Em?
no sign of wisdom for a wise man to argue with a fool, and it serves no one to benefit to let oneself be distracted by the distracted. You're absolutely right, but I'm really hoping to distract the distracted so they can take their focus off of their confusion
Distract the distracted so they can take their focus off the confusion. The fuck kind of a loop-de-loop gaslight is that? Also, it's worth pointing out right up front. Apparently, Jax extended his lease somehow. And if anybody's been following the Jax residence fiasco, that makes no sense. I would be curious how Jack would take this scenario if it were happening to somebody else, and how he suggests that we should take it. Because to me, it looks like, oh, this guy's running a con.
And if we can guide the distracted, if we can guide their focus into the truth and help them realize the benefits of listening, the benefits of considering.
I'm reviewing it live. This was from earlier today's stream.
We live in a life today, and my mind drifted back to the Jehovah's Witness folks, ringing the door to share the truth of God. And the way he offered it was very good too. The times of the end are here. Man, man loves the darkness more than the light. People have become consumed by their delusions. But the good news, right? The gospel is the good news, and the good news is, it's always been, but the good news is the kingdom of heaven is here. It is for us to know, to receive, to celebrate. And I think it'll happen in this lifetime. That's my purpose and path, what I believe is true. I mean, I choose love because I am. And the more I started looking into who I am, I chose to listen.
Like that t-shirt basically sums up all of Jack's message. He's just a big bumper sticker. He's just a big feel-good bumper sticker. It doesn't mean anything. There's nothing underneath it. You slap it on an old beater car.
And sometimes the things we listen to, listening to people who are upset, sometimes
You did very well with that snafu guy. You were very angry and dismissive, and that Polly guy, and there's many others that I see you being just angry and not listening to. So where is this coming from that you listen?
Well, I do listen until it's shown that I'm dealing with someone who's not present. And snafu, often he loses sight of where he is and what he's doing, so I have to separate. Same thing with Paul. It's the pattern of the ego. Hey, actually, Lisa, you have an observation, and I know you have a knowing of the world.
So something in Jack's favor that makes me think it's not just a con is, I think that if he were conning people, I think that he would be aware of the fact that he needs to sell it a little bit better than to be so obviously gaslighty. Such a doomer outlook. I mean, that's really the only reasonable question, right? Ah, shit. Let me turn off that bot.
We live in. I was watching an interesting presentation today by a former CIA man, and he was pointing out pretty clearly the levels and the different operatings of both the shadow government and the deep state that is within the government. And the deep state and the shadow government, they are responsible for all the black budget operations, all the off the book stuff. And, they put the elected officials, as I understand, they put the elected officials into this need to know basis. And this game of clearance. I mean, this guy, he came from the inside.
All right. Now on the pro, it's just a con side. He's selling conspiracy theories to snafu. He at least recognizes his audience that much.
Right, and he's showing the way these security clearance and censoring documents, and secrecy is a weapon that our government uses to safeguard the deep state and the shadow government.
Secrecy is a defense.
So
as well,
the levels of classification
primarily
is just a determination of the levels of secrets. So if secrets are protecting and they're the weapon of the deep state and the shadow government, it's no different than the individual. Every one of us
I would suggest that only a predatory person would have an actual vendetta against secrets.
who's here and present, anyone listening here within us, we have the essence of the
What's
truth,
up, old
the
Joe?
true light, the true living spirit as a child of God. That is within us. And then also is our guide, our personality, the ego.
Yes. Okay. Let me know what you guys think. I did custom, whatever they're called, the designations for how long you've been a member. I uploaded some bombs. They're different color bombs. And then the very last, I don't know how long you have to be. I don't remember. It's like 6 years of membership or something. The very last one is an explosion. So I forgot all about that. Let me take a look. All right. Let me know what you think. Keep it, change it, go back to the normal shit.
Oh, the thought patterns and the body that we use to experience this life. Well, I hope most people today may have at least heard the term of shadow work, integrating the shadow and becoming, the purpose is to become the actualized and the realized individual that's not controlled by the deep state, by the shadow.
Can we get to the
government.
meat?
The government is the manifestation of our collective ego. We can escape the ego. Truth sets us free. It's in the scripture, and it shall be the.
All right. If we look at the message holistically, attack on secrets, promote truth and love, which can be interpreted as generosity. I would say those two are basically synonymous. Attacking the ego. All those talking points are it's like a perfect combination to soften up a target to be malleable.
The truth that sets us free from these demons of corporations and governments. Seeing that connection gives me hope, because I know I have witnessed it in myself and I've witnessed it in others. People can transform. And yeah, the beast wants to feed from your attention. To defeat the beast, start.
Hi, Radio Guru, and hi, Andrew. I can't remember.
I love that.
Hi, you were
when you fight the beast, you become the beast. This is what I realized. Beasts in the egos, man. You get a couple egotists together. Well, Paul and I, we've been examples.
Hey, there we
both
go.
of our egos
There's some
have
honesty.
come up and shown there's no resolve.
I would say you two are very egotistical fuckers. That's now you guys right, and many others. But yes, continue.
Snafu is another ego.
It could be old Joe. Possible that his thing is confused and he completes while talking. The fact though that he just magically yesterday or whenever 2 days ago announced that his lease had gotten extended after all the housing drama. All right, what the fuck's going on here? Right, like this housing deadline and eviction has been looming for longer than I've known him, over 2 years, and for it to just be like, oh, it got like, that's not how shit works. I was a loan officer. I can tell you how these things don't work. If the bank's involved, is you don't give a tenant in default an extension. That would be that would jeopardize the loan. That could throw the loan into if he's this far past due, as he says he is, then the fact that he's still there could throw the loan into default, assuming that there is a loan against it.
And
at least he puts the truth out.
So he says, welcome.
Well, if you watch his last video and I put it in your backstage, it explains everything you're witnessing.
All right. Does it explain the solution or just problems?
Absolutely.
What's the solution?
You have to watch his videos.
Oh, come on. I don't want to watch through videos. What's the answer?
So if it's a we buy houses, then they do have, that's a leverage business. You buy the house with leverage, and then you try to to flip it as fast as possible. It's a volume business. There's no way these people or their lenders are cool just chilling, waiting around. Not a chance. If I had a customer who was in this situation and then he extended the lease for a non-performing tenant, I would call the note. By that I mean I would consider it in default, and I would push for rapid repayment by whatever means necessary. I would call it in default.
It's up to you with love.
God, snaps is so annoying.
What if it is? What if the answer is some way our responsibility? Because I do believe that's what we're here for. We're here for much more than people thought. Hey, another infamous, famous speakeasy. Welcome, brother. Good to see you,
bro.
Is it possible he's simply lying about the whole thing for drama or views? Nah, I don't think it's. He might be lying about it for some reason, right? Like he's tired of being asked about it. But I don't think it would be for drama or views. He hasn't really. He just kind of like mentioned it on the sly and over at Paul's. He hasn't been milking it or drumming it up or anything. Hi, Praline Queen. You can't go anymore tonight. Yeah, I didn't see this earlier. I didn't see anything except for the little part where I hopped on at the end. But it seemed like it was probably eventful. And have Easy and Paul been on a panel together? Anyways, let's watch.
Blessed. I really am.
I wanted to come ask you something.
All right.
Because so this is why I actually wanted to ask you about this last time. About niceness. Do you think being nice is a virtue? Do you think this is virtuous to be nice?
Well, nice is a word that I know it's got different interpretations. Now, niceness and kindness, I know there's some.
Yeah, I would. That is what I was suggesting. I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating and asking the question. But if you're constantly in need, and then the looming deadline of what you're in need for comes and goes and then just disappears as a problem, it seems like maybe it's a fake need. Sort of like when I was a kid, there was a guy who would panhandle outside the movie theater on the plaza every Friday and Saturday night. He was on crutches for probably 10 years. And at 11 p.m., his girlfriend would pull up in the Escalade. He'd throw his crutches in the back, walk around to the passenger seat, get in and drive off. It was just for show. That's what I'm suggesting. Although I don't know for sure, but it's the best guess I got at this point.
Similar. I focus on kindness because I view niceness as can be a little fake. You know, people put on a nice, happy face and they stab you in the back without a problem.
This is kind of like what kindness is too, right? Being nice. It's being nice, right?
Mm-hmm. I see kindness as a virtue.
Speak Easy is coming in debate style. It's not going to work.
So the reason I knew you would say this, yes,
Mm-hmm.
is because you have things like this going on with like Lisa here has come up.
You Speak Easy. I see you support pedophiles like Snap says on your intro. So who would care what this
Who's on my
guy says?
intro? Who's on my intro, Lisa?
Well,
I did that. Sorry. Please go ahead.
we can pull it up. Snaps has showed that you have pedophiles on your channel in your intro and are bragging and laughing about it.
Sorry, I don't know who this troll is. It sounds like a
Well,
dude.
you don't need to worry. My name is Lisa Lawrence.
Okay, cool, bro. But like my point
I'm
is,
not
right?
a pro. I did a pro.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking cares about you. Find a short bridge, take a long run. This is what my problem is, right? So the thing is, you think being nice is a virtue, but actually being nice it just leads you to being a slave to others' opinions, because being nice is just a superficial thing to look a certain way to others, right?
That's what I said.
Being nice doesn't lead to freedom, right?
it's amazing. He's basically parroting a sentiment that I've heard Paul say so many times, which is that niceness is phony and honesty is rude or hostile or abrasive or whatever. Sort of a self-snitch. Just, if either of you watch this, that sentiment, you should not flaunt it.
Right?
Okay.
Good habits is what
Yeah.
leads to a freedom, right? If you're
You think-
truly a good person,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You don't need to treat everybody nice. Fuck those type of people, right? Like
Okay.
the way they came
What
up
is your
here and
point?
trolled you, you should have just said, "Go fuck yourself," right?
I know.
You explain.
Should I do that
stuff
to you?
them.
Should I
What?
do that to you? I mean, you're not being as trolly, but I mean,
Troll.
You're not being as trolly.
I'm not trolling you at all, Jack. I'm having a serious conversation with you.
I know you think you are, and
No,
I
I know I am.
I know you're convinced in your beliefs, and what I'm offering, I'm trying to find out what your point is, because what I'm hearing you
Well,
do.
if you didn't talk while I was talking, you would have got my point, Jack.
Yeah, no, you were just okay. Fair enough.
In his ego and his confusion, Jack. I mean, it's obvious.
What I'm hearing you do is make excuses for not being nice. You're
Wrong.
focused
No,
on-
I don't be nice to people that aren't respectful. So, like,
Okay,
if you would have
right.
just let me finish my point, you would have
Right.
got what I was saying, right?
Yep, and you could understand too.
Like, I
that-
came up.
Speaking.
Anyways.
I appreciate you and I respect you, but the interruptions and your arrogance, dude.
He has a
you're
pattern of
trying-
that, Jack.
I know
He's
he does.
talked about me before, but he acts like he doesn't.
Oh, it's this dude. So this is
Yeah,
why you're
this
acting
dude.
like
See,
this.
we're like at the party,
Okay.
right, Jack? As soon as you bring it up to him, he remembers who I am all of a sudden, right?
No, I just know your fucking voice because you have the same.
Yeah,
stupid
and I just
fucking
know
voice.
you're a fake ass coward like most people online.
Yeah, no shit. Paul's sitting here with a different name, different profile. I'm not saying a word. Yeah, that's some bullshit, Paul. Oh, you just now noticed. Yeah, he just now noticed. You've been hiding in disguise, being super quiet.
Yeah.
Super quiet until it's already obvious that Speakeasy is on the ropes with Jack. Right now, you're safe to come out from hiding. Pussy shit, Paul.
You saying all these things. What's your
I agree.
argument, right? I came up here
Yeah.
to actually have a conversation, and you got this like, I don't know what just happened here. I'm
Here.
literally trying to talk to you about niceness and being virtuous, and you
Who?
didn't let me finish my
You're
point.
trying
to
to
it,
talk,
right?
right? You're talking at you coming in with presumptions and your conviction. You already had the game plan laid out. I'm going to ask him about this, and then we'll get him on this, and I'll show him how niceness is not the way to be. Why? What is your point? You want me to stop being nice, stop being kind, so I can be more of an asshole like you?
Are you sad right now or something?
No, I'm feeling blessed. I'm
No,
truly.
you say
wondering
this, Jack, but this is like
what is- hey,
You're the guy with tattoos on your face and in your emotional feelings. Why are you asking him if
I'm
he's sad?
emotional. I'm
You
emotional.
look real emo. Yeah, you got your face tattooed, your hands tattooed. You look like you cut yourself in that gamer chair.
Who sounds emotional, bro?
No, what here? What you're doing
Like, this
is
dude was literally. You
what
realize
you're
like, this is
doing-
your problem.
My chemical imbalance romance.
here. What you are doing, Speakeasy, is you're not doing as you're saying. You're presenting with one way, saying you're doing one thing and you're doing something else. And Speakeasy, roll your eyes, play the little bitch.
That's
move
right.
that you
It's
want.
my body. I can do whatever the
I
fuck I,
know.
want with it. Crying
I
in the
know.
river, Jack.
But at
I was
least,
trying to. This is your
at
problem.
least consider what is being said. Your reactions are not helpful here.
Power hungry little pussies, dude. Is this
He
like
is
how you guys
constantly
do?
at his feelers, Jack. You don't hear him?
Hungry little pussies, dude. You want to just block everybody every time they talk. That's what you do.
It's this feminine
This is
bitch-like
the
energy
thing.
coming on
Niceness,
strong.
niceness, Jack, leads you to being on panels with retards that want to talk about
Like
your
you?
personal life,
Like
and then you want to be their best friend the next day. It
Dude,
makes you a
I've
slave
seen what
to
you
other
do.
people's
What,
opinions.
hey,
Shut the
Speakeasy,
fuck up while people talk.
shut the
How
fuck
are you
up.
listening?
Shut the fuck up. Take a hike, bitch. Oh,
I
guess
know, Jack.
wasn't-
I'm obviously on nobody's side in this situation, but gotta say, Easy was basically right the whole way through. He misread his audience, thinking he was going to come into Jack's soft grift debate bro style. That was a misstep, but yeah, good shit.
Oh, hey, I
See
did what
what
he
you have to
wanted.
put up with here? Day after day.
I know. I did what he wanted, though. I'm no longer nice to Speakeasy.
He converted you.
He won, I guess. That's what the ego wants. It wants to be victorious. But, and you know, the unfortunate thing is it's a missed opportunity. I don't know what happened with Speakeasy. He and I thought we were going to have some conversations, but what I suspect happened is after Flo's little bitch tantrum with me, he went around gossiping and talking shit about me, right? And so Speakeasy thinks he's here to follow Flo and, you know, put me down and show me I'm wrong. Fascinating. I was
trying to please his daddy. We've seen behavior like that around these parts.
Can't people just realize, like, why do you want to not accept? Why do you want to chat?
I feel like I need to clip that and do something with it. I'm not sure what. All right.
You know what I mean? Like,
don't forget, even though it's not a panel, I am still the most honest grifter on YouTube. Memberships are $1, super chats with comments and all the shit. You know all the things. All the things are appreciated. Kind of a lazy grift. That was a pretty lazy grift, I'm not gonna lie.
you know, who would want to challenge the truth? Why wouldn't they just accept it? Why challenge it? Just accept it.
Well, I think a lot of people have a problem discerning whether what they're observing is true. And so they're challenging what they're observing, not the truth. And I think that's a big displacement.
What does that mean, Hank?
Hey, all right. I saw association, and I know he was.
Yeah, so Easy came in hard, right? Actually, so Easy came in hard. He was that was definitely a miscall on Easy's part. Jack is extra sensitive, right? And he took it extra sensitive, which is a Jack thing. Paul is, I gotta say, it was the worst performance there. His interaction was disingenuous and cowardly. He didn't say a goddamn thing. He hid behind a disguise until Easy had already gotten kicked off and brought back on. Then when he was sure it was safe to come out, he comes out all out and hard. That was some, like, Paul definitely demonstrated the wettest pussy on the panel.
He seemed welcomed with you, so maybe I misunderstood. It doesn't change what I said. Flow State has been running around talking shit about me, and you escape with Speakeasy. You seem to be influenced by opinions.
Well, Jack, he's thinking that the flow guy on panel is Flow State. He's obviously confused even there. He's even been on my channel trying to hop up on my channel and hype it up. The guy's just trying to troll, like you said earlier. He's trying to get established.
Well, actually, I like the guy. I think he runs some fun panels. He does some pretty cool things, even his art. But this,
like his connections. You mean like you like his connections or something?
No, I like what he's doing.
What's that, Jack?
And you may.
It didn't seem like you liked what he was doing when you dropped him.
I didn't like what he was doing with me. You don't understand the difference? Are you that stupid, Browns boy?
Probably.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Somebody come into my house telling me what to do in my house, telling me to shut the fuck up. I'm going to kick him right out the motherfucking door too.
Mr. Talcott, he comes in, and caring, and I think you handled that appropriately. That man wanted you to be a meanie.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Never go full retard, Lisa.
I'm here for the love.
Can't go full retard if you've been full retard already.
He farting in bathtubs and laughing and shit.
Hey, you know what? Let me own my part. I started with little patience.
Did Easy have a wrench over there? I must be out of the loop. Have Jack and Easy even talked more than like once really, really quick? Well, I guess Jack is weird with his wrenches. He gives them out like little favor tokens and then takes them back and then gives them out here. You know, he keeps the chaos churning with those wrenches. But he did, I guess he did have a wrench. I don't know. That was news to me. I didn't really even know that they knew each other at all, barely.
And admittedly, Speakeasy didn't talk over me even near as much as some of the others, but for whatever reason, I did have a shorter patience with him. Maybe it's because He has no involvement in my life,
Yeah.
and yet wants to challenge me.
He wants to have a debate on the topic, Jack, you big sensitive vagina. Which is a reasonable thing to do on panels. It's a reasonable assumption. It was a sloppy, lazy thing to not like kind of at least test the water before you jump in. And it was he didn't react very quickly to oh shit, maybe I made a mistake here. But yeah, Jack's way sensitive today.
And you know
Well,
what?
he's a low life deviant. That's the thing. The bells went off inside of you.
I don't know if you guys know who this guy named Swim is, but I've been seeing him say stupid shit for like 6 months. Just fuck this guy. I've never said anything like bad about him, but fuck this guy named
I
Swim.
would be
He's
careful.
retarded.
Swim is part
Literally
of the
retarded.
crew, and I would just be careful, just so you know.
What do I do? I mean,
Fair point.
Man.
Clear the board.
Get rid of all of us losers. I mean, I agree with him. Get rid of all of us losers.
Speak for yourself, Wizard.
I don't see see this. Okay, I don't know why I'm engaging with this. This is why your channel will go nowhere, because you want to be nice to people, just trolling and derailing a good talk. I do want to be nice to people, and what I really hope is that people who click the link will actually want to join the kindness, the peace, maybe not turn it into a chaos show again. And maybe I played into that myself. I don't know. If I was wrong, I was wrong. But
that's why you continue to let Snafu up.
Can we talk about the chaos that is the clash between this Santa Claus white beard and the fresh out of the box dark hair? That's chaos, Jack. Get that shit fucking evened out.
I keep, that's a choice that I keep getting blamed for too. People judge me for being that.
I'm just reviewing something from earlier today, Nightish.
That naive, and actually escape with peace, whatever. Again, you're focused on the word nice. Nice is deceptive. Sure. Let's really figure out what is a Christian virtue. Should it not be honesty? Should it not be care? Should it not be kindness? Yeah, Margot.
I think that oftentimes the truth is found in these monikers and names. And I think that's why these folks run together. Like you said, him and Flow State were buddy-buddy at one point, because they're both escapists, right? Is what we know about them. Escape with speakeasy. And then they'll do the projection of the inverse where they'll go, you guys have no value here. There's no real conversation. You just sit up there in your ego.
Actually,
I was distracted by the chat, but I heard my name.
Again, you're focused on the word nice. Nice is deceptive.
Holy guacamole. Sure. Andrew. Oh. The man, the myth, the legend. The only person who's ever hit me with 50 more than one time. Andrew, I salute you. Andrew, what emoji do you want? Do you want an Andrew emoji? Pick out an emoji. I'll swap one of them out. You know what? I think I've got a Lindsay one that needs to be swapped out anyways. Let me hit you with some bombs.
When you hear the sirens or anti-aircraft guns, you must get under cover at once. If you're in the open with no cover, lie down. The most important rule of all is never to stand staring at the sky. If you don't take cover, you may get hurt.
You're a gentleman and a scholar. And in fact, if you would like to join me for the rest of this review, Andrew, I think that you definitely deserve it. So let me know if you want to join, and I'll drop the link. Like I said, I'm not doing an open panel. Last night's stream was too long. But anyways, if you want that, let me know. And yeah, Praline Queen, that was Andrew. He just dropped 50 he just gifted 50 memberships on everybody. All right. You know what? I'll just do this. It is there if you decide you want it. Andrew only.
Let's really figure out what is a Christian.
If you don't want it, no.
Should it not be honesty? Should it not be care? Should it not be kindness? Yeah, Margot.
I think that oftentimes the truth is found in these monikers and names. And I think that's why these folks run together. Like you said, him and Flow State were buddy-buddy at one point, because they're both escapists, right? Is what we know about them. Escape with Speakeasy. And then they'll do the projection of the inverse where they'll go, you guys have no value here. There's no real conversation. You just sit up there in your ego and talk about nothing. That's you. That's you in Slow State. So, you know, it makes sense the escapists run together, and then folks who are actually confronting different aspects of themselves, whether it's vulnerability, true love and care, you know, authenticity, empowerment, inspiration. That's nonsense to them, right? The guys who have their faces tattooed, who chain smoke cigarettes, who abuse themselves and their women and children, and have no general purpose and meaning in life.
And continue to follow other people's rhetoric and diagrams and
This is the guy who's fucking obese and chain smokes pot. Get off your high horse, Paul.
dichotomies and stuff. They have no origin of self-worth and creating in that. There is no possibility for people like that to climb when the top has already been set.
I believe there's room for all of us to grow. There's room for all of us to climb, but this nonsense of
Joe's Gary Busey's face.
Salute, sir. Got any thoughts before we continue on?
I'm sorry. Oh,
do you have any thoughts you wanna chime in before we continue on with the?
Oh man, I mean, Jack Talcott. I mean, everything that he says, he never answers any questions to any one of them whatsoever. I mean, he'd have an easier life if he just took some initiative.
Well, unless his life is centered around something other than what he says he is. If you're running a con, then you want to be as ambiguous and unspecific with your words as possible.
He should work for Congress if he's going to do that.
No, he's not that good of a liar. He's like come on. I'm a better liar than Jack is. Of course, I sidestep it by trying not to lie because it's just not worth the headache.
Mm.
All right, we'll carry on.
I don't think we need as many enemies and adversaries at this level as we do. You know, I don't mean to distract from you guys.
That's not Margot, Jack.
I believe that. Why you would ask that question when you have nothing to do.
Would you give this up to have a family again with Dominic and his family? Is what Margot asked.
I was going to say I'd give up everything to have a family with my son and his family again, but that's not true. I'd give up everything to find a way to end wars and bring some reform. That's my number one focus, is a better world for everyone. And what do you guys think about that idea of the government? I mean, that term I heard, it's just so true. Secrets are the weapons of the shadow governments and the...
Hold on a second. Ignat, you retract that statement right now. This is your one warning. Andrew's a made man tonight. You speak with respect.
Deep state. There's got to be a way to overcome that. And I think it's through us. I sincerely believe we have a way to change this world. It's when we unite together with the truth and with love, honestly. Doesn't have to be nice. We don't have to even have to really get along together, as long as we can find ways to cooperate with each other.
By calling your son for you and harassing him or giving you money.
Is this Margot?
It is me, Jack.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Did you hear my answer to your question then?
I did not. I apologize.
There would have been a time where I'd give up everything for my son to have a family with.
Chuck, I appreciate the good research. I'm not going to of course he puts all his shit out there. It's not like, I don't know, something about me. I'm not going to spread it, but I'll definitely look at it later.
With my family again, but today I'm more focused on changing the world.
Okay.
And I got to ask, there was a comment down there about they would be willing to go back into your life, is what it was said, if you got a job and quit YouTube. Now, I'm going to say that getting a job and quitting YouTube is not such a great goddamn thing. So I dismiss that myself, even in the question. I would say, no, that's not even up for negotiation.
Who is that talking?
That's me. That's not even up for negotiation.
Who is me?
That's not up for negotiations.
Who
I'm
is
seeking
me?
It's not up for negotiations. I'm seeking.
It's not up for negotiation because you have the same theme and pattern that's going unaddressed here. The same theme and pattern I had in my life.
I have no idea. Who
Just
that
because
is.
I was working and paying for my things, even though there's no money, I know we're going to do that. You know, there's no lawful money, so you can only discharge debts, and you got to get the instruments and trade them, or you got to create whatever it is that you're using or existing in, or I guess harvest it, right?
It's fucking absurd to me that these people think that it's virtuous to not work to support yourself or your family. It's upside down. That's an inversion of reality. Like I can't think of. It's like the primary responsibility, right, is to take care of yourself and then your family. Sequentially, these are the most important things. Not out here being a fake freedom fighter on YouTube for people who didn't request it. Yeah, it's just wild. It's wild, some of the mindsets these people have. I wonder if they even believe their bullshit or if they just want you to believe it.
That's the question.
Or work with others. I guess there's different ways, but ultimately we can't have a truth community of folks who want to change the world who can't pay their own rent. You know, I mean, you don't have to stop YouTube in order to work part-time and serve your community in some way and get what you need. Oh, he's hitting me with the fake gun. All right, I'll just stop there.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you guys don't want to work and you're not going to work. You're okay just not working or serving.
Paul, wrong. Your fucking narratives.
No, I know me, so I know you guys. You're not going to convince me. I don't know me, so I don't know you.
Hey, Paul, actually, you don't know you as well as you say you do. You don't know me.
Yes,
for goddamn sure.
I know my pattern and my history in the past. I know how it has to serve me or others.
Why don't you look for your potential?
Why don't you That's why I do the broadcast that I do. And it's been very successful. Ask Wizard.
Why don't you keep looking to see what can be changed and what can be let go of, Paul? Because you're looping.
I thought I have done that.
Well, you've still got room, particularly with you and I.
Yeah, you guys want to sell your car for gas money. It's like you work and you pay for your shit, and then you do a broadcast, and if it takes off and becomes successful, then maybe you start to.
Your narratives.
What I call personal accountability, responsibility. You guys call what exactly?
Hello, can you join us in the present again?
Okay.
Because we
Jack,
can
I
have
have
a
a question for you.
conversation.
Can I ask a question?
If you feel the interruption is that helpful, please, Margo.
If someone told you that they knew you better than you knew you, how would you feel?
I would ask for explanations.
Okay.
He'd take it like
Great
shit.
job, Jack.
Can either of you explain how it is that you're going to get the things that you use from other people, if not relying on other people's creations and work?
Right. See, what does that have to do with anything?
You just said ask questions for understanding. I just did that.
What is it you're attempting to understand?
I want to know how you and Wizard and others here who say they don't want to work intend to get products and services other people are creating without doing what everyone else does to get them.
Well, your question is flawed, so let's not get into the argument.
Why isn't he asking
why?
himself that
What
question?
would that help you better
It
understand?
would help me to realize whether we're all living in the same reality and can come to the same understanding and apprehension of reality as one another to work forward to change our reality.
All right. So
as it relates to Job, so as it relates to Job, what is your definition of work?
When you
Thoughts, Andrew?
Oh man. Between Talcott's narcissism and Paul's questions, oh man, I can't tell which one's worse.
Well, it's interesting. It's kind of interesting watching them cycle and spin because Jack is a vulnerable narcissist and Paul's a grandiose narcissist. But they're both narcissistic and they're both playing the same game. Each one is trying to subdue the other one, but neither one will go down. And so they're just stuck in this weird loop of vulnerable versus grandiose narcissism and father issue or daddy issues versus son issues. It's just there's a lot going on there.
I wonder if Paul is a Talcott. By the way this sounds.
Wizard, that's the stupidest question I've ever heard in my life.
It's real simple. We could play these games, Wizard. When you had to pay for your cancer treatment, you had to go to other people to foot the bill. No, you didn't just pray to God. You came on and you asked other people from the community.
Again, there you go.
Other people from the broadcast and the community I've created to help you with your bills and funds.
Again, there you go, projecting that I came out and stated that I needed the money and came to you and your platform to do so.
So again, you're going to double down on being unthancful and ungrateful when you did ask and you did need it and you couldn't create it on your own with your own broadcast and your own community and your own affairs and tools. You need others to do it for you.
Again, I did not advertise it on your show or anything in that manner. I simply stated one night that
You're being purposely obtuse.
Again,
instead of just saying we're acting like children and hippies,
so now you're not going to let me give my side.
Generate a living,
you're going to project
and then think that someone else is going to cover our bills constantly and make justifications based on Job. It's ridiculous.
You're going to project, and so you're going to project your idea and not give me the opportunity to express what is in the record. That I did not come up on your platform and advertise nothing.
But Wizard, where did the money come from?
I came up on the platform.
If everyone else who gave you something didn't have a job, where would you get anything?
Again, I simply.
Where do you think the people in the audience got the fucking funds to give you what you couldn't pay for? They had to work for it. So everyone should just quit their job and you should just go die, right, and not get treatment. Because hey, Job, unthankful, ungrateful, and insane.
Again, you're projecting that I said something I never said. So
you better hope motherfuckers don't do what you do, or you won't be able to go to them to get money to treat your ass.
What the fuck are you going to do?
You better encourage everyone else here to work.
Listen,
to pay your fucking bills.
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
All right. So my power just hiccuped. It's back on now. I don't know what the fuck that was. If we got a storm blowing or what. But 1 second, and the internet on my computer will be back connected.
Take your time, man. I'll just hold the fort.
Okay. I had you turned down. Thank you. The Nayakas. Flow did freeze. We lost Flow. Yes. But Flow's back now.
I'm sorry that happened.
Oh, it's not the end of the world. I don't know what it was. Hopefully it doesn't continue.
I hope it doesn't either.
Hopefully we don't have like.
I hope everybody here is enjoying themselves tonight. And that looks like that. I think I'm gonna pour myself
Back
some
online
water.
so I can share. What's going on with the chat? I'm deep cleaning my kitchen, says Cynthia. Boring. Boring.
Oh, she cooks all the time. Some good
She
stuff.
likes cleaning. Yeah, and she likes that shit because people who have internal chaos take it out on their external environment. Oh yeah, that wind's coming hard. Fucking A. You know what? It just flickered again. I don't know that I'm going to get to finish this stream.
Oh man. What state are you living in again?
I'm in Kansas City.
Oh. Ohio?
No, Kansas. I'm right on the Kansas-Missouri border. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, Cynthia, I never read that in a book. That's just my own observation. Let's see. I'll give it another second to see if I'll give it one more shot at powering back up, and then if there's any more hiccups, I'm gonna have to just call it. Yeah, Katie, Miss Flo loves Ryan Hall.
Okay, so here's my cup. I will. Hold on, I'll have to put this down for a moment.
So, y'all, anybody in the chat watch any good porn lately? Fess up. What the fuck is going on with this? Oof. That wind sounds fucking nuts. Who reported someone? Pero, explain that out more. Who are you watching masturbate?
I'm sorry, what happened?
Do you saw El Pero's comment in the chat? He says that he reported someone for masturbation tonight. Fucking cockblock.
Random after station control and the names are derivatives. Huh.
So I don't know what the fuck's going on here. All right, guys. Well, I am connected to the network, but there's no internet, so I don't know what's going on. Apparently, God does not want me to continue this stream. I feel like I probably saw it. Oh yeah, power just went down. Fuck. All right, I'm out of here. Andrew, any words for the people?
Take care. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. A good Memorial Day, and I'll catch you again on the flip side.
All right, thank you again for the 50 memberships. Hell of a man right there. Like the video and share and do all the things. I'm out of here.